Okay, if you're watching this on replay, put hashtag replay so I know that you were here. Got an interesting topic today, so excited to cover this with you all and everything. But let's see. What's going on, everybody? Hey, today I got a question for you. If you've ever been burned out, overwhelmed, or frustrated trying to succeed in network marketing, why did that happen? Well, today I want to unpack one of the top reasons why that happened. And I'm hoping for breakthrough. I'm hoping for clarity. And I'm hoping that if you've ever had that aspiration, like I did, of wanting to make network marketing work, but you're bumping your head on the wall, you want to clear it, I want to submit that to you. And the title today is this, is that you did not follow through with follow up. So stay with me and see if you might agree with me or not. You see, as you get into network marketing, this is a sales business thing as a whole. So this applies not just to network marketing, but especially network marketing, is you learn quickly that the fortune is in the follow up. In fact, one of our good mentors and friends, Fraser Brooks, social media trainer, network marketing trainer, says this: the fortune is in the follow up, the fortune is in the follow ups. The reality is, did you know that 80% of sales are done not on the first, second, third, or fourth exposures? That means you invited someone, you prospected them, you shared with them a presentation, you sat down with them coffee shop, you whatever that it was. 80% of sales are done in the fifth or more exposure. And actually, now the amount of follow ups that it takes for a prospect to get started has increased. It used to be like 5 to 7 follow ups. Now it's over 13. Why? Because we have phones and technology, and we have very small windows of attention that we can actually spend on something. So if you don't capture someone's attention and you don't have a way to continue to put your product, your business, your service in front of the mind of someone else, then you're going to struggle with getting someone started in your business, sharing with them your amazing product or anything. So, follow up is super important. But what happens is, especially as you start building your network marketing business, you're juggling your day to day, you're juggling your job, your family, the calls, everything, and your leads start to slip through the crack. And you start to have DMs that are unread. You start to forget where you were in conversation. Maybe you're someone like me and you do Excel sheets, and I'm trying to track down my prospects and I forget to do that because I get so busy. Or are you more of a paper person? Maybe you got notebooks and post-its all over the place and you're trying to jot down notes. By the way, let me know in the comments below, are you more of a digital tracker or are you more of a physical tracker? They're both amazing as long as you do it, right? So what happens is you hit this wall where you just start getting bogged down by life and business and everything, where your leads just start slipping through the cracks. And all of a sudden, that statistic of follow ups happen or signups happen 5 exposures or more, you start to fail on that. I don't know if you ever struggle with that. I struggle with that a lot. And even if you get good at following up, you learn the skills to not be salesy, not be spammy, not be annoying. You then start to think, oh my gosh, this is so much work. And you start getting into this management mode of your prospects rather than actually following through, getting someone started, and then continue to move forward. One more thing. Let's say you get really good with follow up. Well, all of a sudden, what starts to happen is in network marketing, if you want freedom, if you want scale, which is what we're looking to do, you can do it. You can get someone started, but then you now have a new teammate and they are scared out of their mind to follow up. It's scary enough to try to prospect somebody. It's even scarier to follow up. Have you ever had this happen before? You were almost waiting and expecting and wanting your prospect, when you called them, when you presented to them, when you posted, to actually not respond. Why? Because you don't want to deal with the conversation after. You're scared. You don't know what to say. You're scared that you look silly. You're scared to verbally vomit. And now you're in a self-fulfilling prophecy where you want to succeed, but you're not willing to follow through because you're like stuck and you're like, oh, does this relate to anybody? So what happens is you get good, but your average teammate does not get good. And you now are recruiting all day, you're sponsoring all day, and you have yourself a nice paying job, but you do not have freedom because your team is not duplicating in their follow ups. And now you're missing on all these opportunities. They feel like they're not winning. They start to slow down. They quit quietly. And now you're back to square one and you're scratching your head and you're thinking to yourself, am I the only crazy one? I don't know if this is just me, but this I know I've experienced a lot. And that, my friend, leads to a lot of burnout. You start to think to yourself, is it worth it? Do I want to keep on doing this? Because if this is just going to be a sales gig, well, you can sell anything. That's why, honestly, I think a lot of people, when they get frustrated in network marketing, they start jumping around to things like coaching, to things like selling courses, to things like affiliate marketing, digital marketing, real estate, which are not bad things. I've done all of the above. But can we also agree that network marketing, if done right, is powerful? Because what we all know is possible with network marketing is a business that is low risk, but it's high margin. It's a business that theoretically you can spend a little bit of time every day and then duplicate and scale that time amongst a sales force, and everybody's winning together. And all of a sudden, your 1 hour ends up being 1,000 hours. Does this make sense? Like, that's the beauty of network marketing. But then when you're involved for a long time and you keep on hitting your head on the same wall, you start to get jaded. You start to think, this is just how it is. All right. Well, how do you solve this? How do you get over this frustration? Is you have to then start thinking how to work smarter, not harder. Here's the question. Do you have systems in place that can solve this follow-up issue? Do you train on how to follow up, for example? Do you show people little scripts? So, a couple things you might consider if you don't already have it within the team is, do you have follow up scripts? Do you give them, this is what you do day one, this is what you could do day two? Do you show them simple ways? How do you follow up, by the way? What's a simple way? The best way in following up is follow up on the friendship, not only just on the business. Build a connection. Here's the reality, people know that you have something to offer, but people don't care about how much you know until they know about how much you care. So, are you actually developing a relationship? Or do you actually care about their kids, their family, their life? Are you loving on them more disconnected with the business? Right? So, are these trainings in the team culture already? Or is it just very monotonous or robotic, or is there no systems as a whole? So definitely you want to train, 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 train. Other things that you might consider is the power of three-way conversations, so that as you start to duplicate the follow-up process, you can be in the mix. For those that are good at following up, you can be in the mix of the prospect and the teammate that's new, so you can start to train and to duplicate that process. But let me share with you something that has changed the game for us. And what that is this. What if you could actually implement technology and have tools and systems in place that can help you with the follow up? What if you can scale out and have a machine do the work behind the scenes 24/7 to help you amplify your follow up, put your business and yourself in front of them more so that you don't have to spend as much time on that? And you see, this is where digital marketers have it down. Have you ever been online before and someone offers you a course? They offer you a freebie, they offer you a book or whatever, a recipe. And what they say is, hey, give me your email, and instead, I will then give you my book. This is called an email opt in. All right, put in me in the comments if you've ever experienced that before. Now, all of a sudden, why do they do that? Like, they're not making any money. Well, digital marketers have understood the power of exposure. And what happens is you grab their email, you grab their information, And then now you're in a drip campaign of exposure. Remember, the name of the game is follow up. And it doesn't necessarily matter what you're saying. Of course, you can get better at that. But what matters more is the exposure. The business that markets the most, especially network marketing, it's network work and marketing, you have to market. The more you can get in front of the prospect, the more that you're going to win. So now all of a sudden, like in my inbox, I'm about you, I start getting these different emails from different companies. And it just keeps on pinging me. It just keeps on being at the forefront of my subconscious. And you know what happens is this, maybe one day there's an email or there's a follow-up that really stands out to me. Maybe it was the email title and it just stood out. It was addressing a hot button that I had. Or maybe more likely, my life changes. Let's say someone was trying to sell me some type of warm clothing. I'm in San Diego, it's 80 degrees today. I would not buy that. But let's say all of a sudden it's 30 degrees Fahrenheit and I'm freezing. And that day I was complaining about being super cold, and the same product comes down out to me one more time. And I'm like, I really need something warm. Guess what? You caught me in the looking zone. You caught me at the right time. And because I saw this first, I have higher likelihood of going and actually purchasing that product right then and there. So there's power in automation of follow-up. So digital marketers have this down really well, and big businesses have this down really, really well. But what if you could actually implement this and also put it into your network marketing business? So how do you do that? Well, you can actually do this yourself. You can come up with a little freebie of something of value, something related to your product, something related to your business, and give them something. Like, it's not hard to find something. Maybe it's something that's helped you, and you plug something into Chat GPT and you can ask, hey, Chat, can you help me put together and brainstorm a free item that I can give, like a digital item, a book, a PDF, something to my audience based on whatever your product, whatever your service is, whatever your business is. For example, if you want my free training on 7 steps that you can achieve more freedom online, comment freedom, give me your email, and I will give this to you. A handoff. Now you have a bunch of emails. Now, what do you do with them? There's many services you can use out there where you can build an email list, and then you can start to have systems in place and emails that you can start to put out to them. Or maybe you take a text, whatever that it is, you want some way to have exposure. Other places you can consider is a Facebook group, getting people into a Facebook group, a private group, and then in there you can start to field more and expose more. These are all powerful things, okay? But something that's changed our game is this. Is a year and a half ago, we had the opportunity to partner with some incredible, incredible leaders who are now amazing friends, mentors, partners, so many things. Cindy McKnight and Lindsay Yoakum. They had built a organization of 25,000 people prior to us partnering. They built a $50 million business, masters of systems and scales. And they came up with this idea. And they said, what if there was a way to equip the average person with no tech know-how? Because everything I just described, anyone can do, but you do have to do some research. You have to figure it out, right? What if there was a way that we could give everyone, whether they're a tech genius or your grandma at home that grew up on a typewriter, what if we could equip them with powerful digital marketing tools that now makes them look new and different? What if we could also equip them with something that we build out where they can also leverage the impact of automation for the follow-ups? What if we could create a tool that everyone has access to the same thing, and they can now all scale their business in the very same way and solve the biggest issue of following up? And they created what is called the machine. You can take this concept and put it into anything, but this is what they did. They created a done for you funnel that anybody can use. It's in the team. It presents the information on the product, it presents the information on the business. But not only does it give you a nice looking funnel, which is great, but also it has an email opt in. And this is where the genius comes in. So, as a trade for an email, you then get a free PDF. We deal with hormone balancing, so they have a hormone balancing protein guide. It also gives you a lot of amazing stories. There's so much value in the freebie that people want to give their email. It's just an email. But guess what? Now that person is in a 10-day email marketing campaign, which the emails are done very well. So they want to see these and they want to read up on them. And every email will redirect people back to that original refer. It doesn't go back to whoever created the machine. It goes back to the person that shared it at first. And they launched this. And guess what? We've seen multiple people hit six figures within 6 months using this as a piece to the system, but an important tool. The machine has changed the game. In fact, I was just talking with one of our partners. He's a vice president now. He's been at the top of multiple compensation plans, serial entrepreneur for 30 plus years. And I remember when he came on board, he started using the machine. And he told me this. One day he's just like, James, you want to believe it. For the first time in 30 years, I have a prospect that reached out back to me asking me where to buy the product. Because typically with follow up, we're the ones that are active reaching out to other people. What if there was a way to automate the follow up? What if there was a way to systematize and scale that? And what if there was a way where it's not just with one person, but it's with every single person that comes in, automatically they're equipped and they are empowered with the same exact powerful tool? How does that sound? So we've had this for the last year and a half. And actually, as we speak, there's just been a massive update that is now 10x'd this machine concept. We call it the machine 2.0. Where now imagine it's actually geolocated to wherever you're in the world, because for our business, we operate in 50 plus countries. Where now imagine you actually have integration with the actual company. So you can put in your own link for every single person. Imagine every single person that comes in has a personalized, customized, done for you funnel that looks amazing, that works, that does the follow up for you. And imagine it was free for every single brand new person. There's no tech startup. There's no tech calls. There's nothing crazy you need to program. It's as simple as filling out a simple form. My name, my ID number, my email, a little bit of contact, and then boom. You get, in a matter of seconds, a done-for-you machine that is doing the heavy lifting behind the scenes, so that what you can do is what we love to do in network marketing: building relationships, sharing the story, building connections. Now you know that as long as you share, and you get access, by the way, you can see up front who is actually looking at your link. So you have awareness, you have visibility. You know where your prospect is in the flow, so you don't have to guess. You have power now. You have abilities. So this way, you know that when a prospect takes a look at your link, you know that you now have all of these tools helping you. And you know that the odds of them buying or joining are much, much higher now. And all you have to do is show up more. How awesome is that? And you're also confident that as soon as someone brand new comes in, they are equipped with the very same thing too. As long as they follow the bouncing ball, problem solved there. So, why is it that network marketers burn out? It's because they get overwhelmed with the follow up either themselves, or they are overwhelmed with their teammates not following up and following through. One solution: automate the follow up. Find systems, find tools to be able to scale this out. We've been able to, Cindy and Lindsay built this thing called the machine that's been able to, and it's been doing amazing things for us and our team. And already now the second version is launching as we speak. And we're already seeing sales go up, enrollments go up, duplication go up, stress go down, so that we can all do what it is that we want to have in network marketing, which is freedom, scale, and impact. So with that, I wonder your thoughts below. How do you do follow-up better? What are things that you've implemented into your team? And by the way, if you're somebody that's wanted to make an online business work, that's wanted a network marketing business to work, and you just weren't sure exactly what was happening, one of the big focuses and loves that I have is I love helping those that were just overwhelmed and burnt out by network marketing in the past do it a different way. And I'm telling you, with things like the machine, and we actually have probably 10 things that are unique within this system that we have. That's how we're seeing people that were stuck and frustrated before now having freedom and success and scale and impact. So, if that interests you, I'm personally opening up a project group now. I'm looking for new people to partner with, or if you know somebody within the team, reach out to them. And we are rolling out this new idea and this concept in waves to make sure that these are all working. So if you like access to that or to be considered for that, be sure to comment below the word machine or send me a DM. And I'm telling you, I'm so excited for what's happening because the early testimonies have already been amazing. And I already know what it's going to do. The first one worked super well. The second one's going to work 10x better.